Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 Carroll Biz Challenge Meet and Greet. I am Becky Seek. I am the Community Engagement Manager here at the Carroll County Chamber of Commerce. And just want to welcome you all and thank you all for joining in tonight. I know this is a different format than what we've done in the past, but we have a great program tonight with a lot of wonderful applicants ready to pitch their ideas to you. So thank you. I know many of you are used to seeing our chamber president, Mike McMullen, here in the hot seat. And he just wanted to let you know that unfortunately he could not be here tonight. He is off being a good husband. His wife unfortunately fractured her arm last week and is currently having surgery today. So we'll keep her in our thoughts and just know that he extends his gratitude to all of our sponsors, all of our supporters, Steve Lowe, everyone that makes the Carroll Biz Challenge the success that it is. Also, he also wanted to wish the best of luck to all of our contestants tonight also. So speaking of supporters, I would just like to give a shout out to CMC. They are going to be recording tonight's presentation and will be streaming it live on their Facebook page and on their website. And it will also be featured on the Chamber's website as well as the Chamber's Facebook page. So thank you, CMC. We appreciate you helping us reach a larger audience by producing this for us. Just want to go over a few Zoom rules for tonight's presentation. I see a lot of you are already on mute, so thank you. We do appreciate that. Just ask that you kindly remain on mute for the presentation tonight, and that when it is your turn to speak, you'll just unmute yourself. And then when your presentation is over, you will then mute yourself again for the next contestant to present. So also, if you want to, you can actually hover over your square on the Zoom, and if you right click, you can change your name. Most of you have your name, so that's good. If you want to, you can add the name of your company. That would be helpful as well. Also, you can stop your video at any time. So if we can see you and if you can see you, we all can see you. So I know I've had a dog and a cat and a kid all appear in a video at some point. So if you need to pause it for a moment, please feel free to do that. There is also a chat box function. So if you have anything that you want to ask me or just share with the group, please feel free to use that function. We will be monitoring that and can throw any questions to the applicants or to Steve or to anyone through there. Also, at the bottom, you'll have a reactions tab. You can use that, and if you want to give someone a thumbs up, you can do that. Or if you'd like to applaud for them, you can do that as well. Also, for our participants, we want to make sure that for the quality of video for the production that CMC is putting out, you want to make sure that your face is near the top third of your screen. That will be best for viewing when they produce this. And then lastly, for tonight's presentation, you can actually watch tonight's show in Zoom either via speaker view or gallery view. So when you go to the top of your screen, you'll see speaker view or the gallery view function. Speaker view is going to show just the person who is speaking, and that's going to probably be best when the contestants are pitching you their ideas. So with that, I am going to virtually pass this microphone over to Mr. Steve Lowe and let him take on the show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 2020 Carroll Biz Challenge Meet and Greet. I'm Steve Lowe from 127 Creative. I get the distinct honor of promoting and producing this fantastic show every year. I know Becky already said it, but I just got to give another shout out to CMC. They're just like the best ever. They're doing so much more this year, but every year they're fantastic to work with. Before the event and at the live finale, they always have a way of fixing things that I break. So I just so much appreciate how they always come through. And thank you so much, guys, for running this live stream and putting it all out cable and the interwebs and all of that. So I do want to let you know, normally at the meet and greet, there's food, wine, beer, cocktails. So if you want to grab one of those, I'm drinking, a couple other people are, it's all well and good. It's all fair. And I just want to welcome you again to the 2020 Carroll Biz Challenge. The best way I describe this is, if you could imagine if Shark Tank and American Idol hooked up and had a baby, it would kind of be like the Biz Challenge, except the Biz Challenge is 100% local. Entrepreneurs from all over Carroll County every year apply. This year we had 29 applications, which I find to be pretty extraordinary, because of all of the COVID and the quarantine, everything going on, all the uncertainties. We still had, it's actually I think it's the second highest we've ever had. Last year was 47. I don't know how that happened. It was outrageous, but I mean, really 29 applications, considering all of this, that you guys decided that you're still going to take the future into your own hands and try to make a better world for our community, for the world, for your wallet, for your family, all of those reasons. I applaud all of you. And I'll just channel my inner Mike McMullen for just a second, because he can't be here. I just want you to know, I wish I could imitate him better, but regardless of whether you make it to the final 5 or not, you're all winners, because you've all done something that almost no one else has done. 29 of you you've gone through the process of figuring out and working out the details of your new business idea, and you freaking applied. He wouldn't say freaking, but I do, applied to the Carroll Biz Challenge, and you're in a community now where you're going to get a lot of publicity. You're going to meet some great people here, and we can get connected. And you're going to meet Tom from Miller in a little bit. He's super connected, and you're going to meet a lot of great people, getting tons of publicity. And yeah, one of you is going to walk away with $5,000 plus thousands and thousands more in valuable prizes. Somebody's going to walk away with a $1,000 People's Choice Award. But whether you're the winner, whether you're the grand prize winner, the People's Choice winner, whether you're a finalist or not, Mike is right that you really have done something extraordinary. You should be proud of that. And even if you don't make it to the final 5, I hope you'll take advantage of the people you meet, the resources that you receive through this process, and take your business and make it a reality, because it's worthwhile. It's worthwhile, and the world needs new ideas and new businesses. And so I applaud you guys for doing that. Here's how the process works. Tonight's our meet and greet. We're going to give everybody a few seconds in a little while to give a little pitch about what they're doing. My partner, Kim, and I are going to introduce everyone kind of rapid fire in a few minutes, but everyone will have a chance to talk about what they got going on. In the next couple of weeks, the advisory team will meet, and we will figure out the top 5 finalists to present at the Art Center on August 27th at 5 o'clock. Happy hours at 5. The show starts at 6. At the end of our time here together, we will have a Q&A period. I know you can write comments and questions in the sidebar there. We'll try to get to those as well. In a few minutes, I do want to introduce our judges, but first, there's a group of people that are absolutely imperative to making the Biz Challenge a reality. We have a few dozen local companies and businesses that support the Biz Challenge in extraordinary ways. It is no overstatement to say that this event would be absolutely impossible without our sponsors. So I want to take about 60 seconds just to showcase them, and I hope you'll make some mental notes about who they are, because I want you to patronize them, spend your money with them, shop local, and shop local with these guys. So take a look at this.
Thank you to all the sponsors of the 2020 Carroll Biz Challenge. Our founding sponsors: 127 Creative, Carroll County Economic Development, Community Media Center, Magic, Miller, Resources for Entrepreneurs, Ting. Our platinum sponsors: Advantage Internet Marketing, BGE, Gauge Digital Media, Kenora Break, McDaniel College, Startup Portal, the Town Mall of Westminster. Our gold sponsors: Carroll County Public Library, Brown Schultz, Sheridan and Fritz, The Entrepreneur Store, The French Twist, Lehigh Cement, NSWB Bank, Penguin Random House, Town of Mount Airy, the City of Tawnytown, the City of Westminster, WTTR Radio. Our refreshment sponsors: The Food Chick, Furnace Hills, Julianova's, Miscellaneous Distillery, Once Upon a Crumb, and Velnosky Wealth Management Group. Thanks again for supporting local entrepreneurship and innovation right here in Carroll County, Maryland.
Awesome. Thanks for playing that, Richard. So thank you to all of our sponsors. I know many of them are on the call with us right now. They're the best in the world. We love you, and we love working with you. In addition to the sponsors, every year at the Biz Challenge, at the live finale, there are 4 judges, and each of the 5 finalists, they get 5 minutes to pitch their ideas before the panel of judges, and of course, a live audience. And then that's followed by about 7 minutes of Q&A, grueling awesomeness, where the judges ask a variety of questions of each contestant. And I want to introduce the judges to you real briefly right now. We've got 3 of them. I'm pretty sure we got 3 of them on the call. So if you're a judge, you can go ahead and unmute yourself. And let's start out with Helene Taylor. And if I could channel my inner mic again, it's Helene from The French Twist inside Seville. It's terrible. Mike does it so much better, but just take 30 seconds. You are Biz Challenge royalty. You're a celebrity. You won the very, very first People's Choice Award. Okay. I think that was 2012. Is that right? Do I have that date right?
2012.
Any more amazing than you, and you've created, like, I don't know, I think it's with 4 billion crepes or something like that. There, it's like
not that much, but
welcome to the Biz Challenge. Your first year as a judge. Just tell us who you are real quick, even though I did. Tell us from who you are and what you're all about and how great it is that you're here.
So I opened the French Twist in 2014. It's been 6 years, and we've done over 1 million crepes. Yes, not billion, but million. And it's been great. It's been great. This year has been a little bit tough, like for everybody else. But I love the Carroll Biz Challenge. I applied the first year not knowing so much about it. It was the first year. So, and I didn't win. I won the People Award, but, and I've been a sponsor since then every year. I just love the publicity. I love the people. I like the competition part of it, and just, it's a lot of fun, and you meet great people. And if you don't get if you're not the final 5, come to the show, because you can't even imagine how many connections you can make, and it will help you with your business.
Awesome. Thank you, Helene. Welcome. I can't wait to see you up on stage this year at the Biz Challenge. Our second judge, another famous, this guy actually, he won the People's Choice Award as well as the grand prize 2 years ago. I'd like you guys to meet Mr. Dave Palmer from Brewery Fire. Dave, unmute yourself. Tell us about it.
Hey, Steve. How you doing? Good to see everybody. Like Steve mentioned, I am Dave from Brewery Fire, and we entered and won back in 2018. It's an absolute blast. As he mentioned earlier, just entering is a huge leg up for small businesses. You get to network with existing businesses and resources in the county, as well as meet your fellow entrepreneurs who maybe have just opened their doors or are going to be opening their doors soon. Took us a little bit after winning the Biz Challenge to get our doors open up here in Tawnytown. It's a lot of hurdles getting a brewery or a similar business like that open. There's a lot of red tape, but we've been here since September of last year. We're still here even during these crazy times. You can still come and enjoy our beer garden or our tap room and beer to go. But yeah, the Biz Challenge was absolutely huge for us. Had a blast doing it. And I guess the advice I would give to everyone who has entered is just have fun with it. it could be as stressful or as fun as you make it. So just relax, have a good time, enjoy either participating in the show or attending the show. It's a lot of fun, and it's always just great people. So cheers.
Thank you, sir. You're probably drinking better beer than all of us right now. Welcome. This is your first year as a judge as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And then our third judge for this year is Mr. Joe Dominic. You may know him from a fantastic company in Westminster called Gage Digital Media. And he also happens to be the mayor of Westminster. Welcome, Mr. Dominic. A few words from you, please.
I think the sun decided to make a cameo right as it was my turn to talk, so I'll use my giant bald head to block it. So yeah, my name's Joe Dominic. I'm the mayor of Westminster. I'm also the founder and managing partner of Gage Digital Media, as well as Maryland IT Solutions. My business experience is mostly in tech and tech marketing, but hopefully I can bring some good feedback here. I'm looking forward to it, and it's wonderful. This is a great event, and I'm really, I'm happy that every year, except for maybe this year it's hosted here in our city of Westminster. But there's a next best place to host something like this. The internet's the one. So thank you, Steve.
Thank you, man. So pumped. I was so pumped to hear that you were answered affirmatively to the request to be a judge this year. So there are 4 judges. The 4th judge is not with us tonight because he or she is actually a mystery judge. So much of a mystery that I don't know who he or she is yet. So we're gonna figure that out in the next couple of weeks, and we'll let you know about that real soon. So welcome to the judges. Thanks for being here tonight. It's awesome to have you. Now we want to just take a few minutes to introduce each of the finalists. Kim, if you'd unmute yourself, we're going to kind of just tag team going through real quick, rapid fire, each of the 29 finalists. And in a few minutes, you'll have a chance to introduce yourselves. So Kim, let me make sure I got my list up, and let's just take it away, Kim. Who's the first one you got there?
I have 1893 Woodcrafts. They specialize in handmade, small woodworked heirloom quality pens, razors, corkscrews, etc., from exotic and historic woods.
Next, we've got Alpha First Aid. They are a local online first aid supply store.
Next is American Ice Company Cafe, a new cafe with the atmosphere and ambiance that helps create memory and tradition while enjoying quality food.
We love our beer. We've got Brew School next. This is a tour bus with stops at multiple breweries, wineries, and distilleries in Carroll County.
I apologize if I mispronounce this next one. Covalent Spirits or Covalent Spirits, LLC. It's a nano distillery with a modern tasting room and unique event space in downtown Westminster.
Next, we've got Dirigible Systems, a fog computing company that enables responsive web applications and powerful data processing at the network edge.
Driving Miss Daisy and Mr. Daisy 2, a local door-to-door local transportation service for disabled individuals and senior citizens.
Festminster, an annual summer music festival featuring local and popular artists.
Fiddler's Green Farm, a certified organic CBD and medicinal herb company with many more ventures in the works.
More beer, Flood Zone Brewery, a new craft brewery located in Union Bridge, Maryland.
Friendly Neighbor Services, an on-demand service platform that connects consumers with local providers offering over 300 essential services.
Hackney Haunts, a new haunted house experience located in Town Mall of Westminster.
Happy Paws Luxury Cat Lodging. They offer pet parents a unique option beyond current conventional boarding.
Heart Cross Liz, a nonprofit that fundraises for other nonprofits.
Infinite Love Project, branded art with positive messages that inspires people to participate in acts of kindness.
J.R. Malley Engineering LLC, a local engineering firm offering professional all-around computer support services and application development in the cloud.
Colton and Friends, innovative online education. Online learning that inspires children to love learning by revolutionizing early childhood education.
Lena Pro Inc. They build AI-driven software that enables businesses to assess whether contract terms are good or bad, and then instantly makes improvements.
NoTravelBags.com, a service that allows travelers to ship their bags to their destination instead of carrying them, as well as the option to rent.
NP Consultant Mobile Primary Care. They provide primary care medical services to patients at home or at the office.
Another one, I apologize if I mispronounce. Nisteg, teaches personal financial literacy across America through an app based on financial self-defense.
RetroStrap, a patented retractable shoulder strap that easily attaches to almost any computer bag, sports bag, briefcase, or luggage item.
Root Cause Therapeutics, in-home and virtual support for those newly diagnosed with dementia and their families to reduce current and future risk.
Sarah Elizabeth and Company, a new hair coloring product for root and side touch-ups in between color services for salon clients.
Shimrock, they manufacture and distribute environmentally friendly, affordable cleaning products.
Together Studios, LLC, a female-focused co-workspace, studio, and community with the resources needed for the creative entrepreneur.
True Life Comics, cinematic edutainment that replaces hand-drawn artwork with high-resolution photography.
Wager World, a social network sports book that provides a platform to connect, educate, and strategize in the sports betting world.
Willett Family Farm, an event center where neighbors are invited to gather on a peaceful homestead for experiences that inspire change.
And ladies and gentlemen, there you have the 29 applicants of the 2020 Carroll Biz Challenge. I wish we could all applaud, but I'll jack up Zoom. So
we can applaud.
We can applaud. Yeah. Carroll County. Awesome. Exactly. Well done, guys. Thank you for entering. Good luck to all of you. In just a few minutes, you'll each have about 90 seconds to talk about yourselves and tell the rest of us a little more than we were able to do in those brief minutes. But first, I want to introduce to you Mr. Tom Mazurski from Miller Resources from Entrepreneurs. He is super helpful and supportive of the Biz Challenge. He's a great resource, and he's going to take a few minutes to just give us a little bit of advice on building a business and pitching at the Biz Challenge. Tom, are you there?
I'm here. Well, hi, everyone. And I know most of you on this call, which I think is pretty awesome. This is my third year involved in the Carroll Biz Challenge. And I'm just thankful that Miller and the Carroll Community College are part of it. And as you can tell, in this time that we're living in, we need ideas. We need new creation. So just a quick update from Miller. We were able, through the College Foundation, for June and July to offer our Miller workshops and classes 100% free for entrepreneurs or anyone that has a business less than 36 months old. And I know a lot of you get emails from me. So please, if you haven't, take advantage of that. We do have some money left. Now, the good news is we put in a new workshop called How to Pitch Your Business. So what happens in these contests, and I'm involved in a lot of them, if you land in the top 5, yeah, it's exciting and you're going to get a lot of press, but it's now what? How do I take 5 minutes and present in front of 4 judges and an audience and get them to understand my business? Because so many times entrepreneurs, they get caught up in the details, so the points never get made. So we're here for you. With one-on-ones, and also that class runs on July 7th. So please go to millersmallbusiness.com. It's free to all of you. It's an awesome class, and thank you all. And I look forward to hearing the presentations tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tom. Thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for help supporting each applicant in the way that you do, and also supporting the Biz Challenge as a sponsor. We really, really appreciate that. All right, now it's time for something we've never done before at the meet and greet. We're calling this the applicant showcase. And this is where we're going to hear from each of you for 90 seconds or so. Now, in order to do this, the logistics of this are going to be a little bit interesting. And so what I'd like you to do, if you could bring up the participants pane or panel on the right side of your Zoom screen. In order to do that, if you go down to the bottom, there should be a little icon that says participants. And if you click on that, it should bring up the participants on your screen on the right. And then what I'd like you to do, if everyone who is a participant or an applicant, I should say, in the Biz Challenge could click the raise hand button in that participant. There we go. I see it happening. It's happening all across Carroll County. Awesome. You guys are following good instructions. Keep it up. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is use that list to call each person out and give you your 90 seconds. And after your 90 seconds, you can put your hand down. I don't know if, or it may be put down for you. I'm not sure how that all works. So what we're going to do is we're going to just start with the first one on my list. So Jeremy Willett from Willett Family Farm, unmute yourself and give us your 90-second best pitch for what you got going on.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. I grew up in Carroll County hearing that you either stayed here and never left your home, or if you did leave Carroll County, you would never return back. And my life ended up taking an interesting journey. I was born at Carroll Hospital and grew up on the outskirts of my family farm that had been in the family for 100 years. But when I was a kid, following the death of one of our relatives, I watched as my family had to sell our family farm. And so after I graduated, I started my career in the music industry, and I found myself traveling to over 32 countries around the world, primarily communities that lived in extreme poverty, and getting to meet especially children that struggled from things like hunger and disease. And so 3 years ago, I moved back to Carroll County with the dream of buying back my family farm. We were successful in doing that. My wife and our 2 children that are adopted from Africa now live here in Westminster. And our dream is to transform our farm into a place where people can come for experiences that actually create change globally. One specific example is we've opened up 5 campsites on our property where people can book a reservation and come and tent or RV camp. And a portion of that money is used for sustainable agriculture in Africa. Thanks so much.
Awesome, man. Welcome to the Biz Challenge, Jeremy. Thanks for sharing that, man. That sounds awesome. I didn't know a lot of that story. That's fantastic. All right, I want to hear now from I'm not sure I get the pronunciation right, but Tavershima Assam, is that right? Would you unmute your mic and tell us what you got going on? Maybe we're having technical difficulty. I know you're here because your hand is up. Are you unmuted? Now, oh, you're muted now. Hit the button. There you go. You're unmuted. Go for it. Well, for some reason, that's not working. Maybe Becky, could you chat with him and see what we can figure out? And we'll circle back around. You got to stay on your toes because you never know what's going to happen or when you're going to get called to give your story. So Jennifer Yang, you're up next. Go.
Good evening. My name is Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Drew.
And we are here on behalf of Covalent Spirits. So you did pronounce it correctly the first time. It is Covalent Spirits. A little bit about what we are trying to launch. Drew and I both are big math and science geeks, totally big. And so you start with our love of science and you mix in equal parts of our passion for sharing and our desire to see the community flourish. So you put all these things together, you give it a little stir, a little shake, and what do you have? You have the right formula for something special, and that something special for us is called Covalent Spirits. So Covalent Spirits is a nano distillery that we just started the idea this year. It's rooted in science and with a little flair of creativity added to that. But in chemistry, covalent refers to a chemical bond formed by sharing of electrons. So quite simply, It's a bond formed through sharing. And some of the best memories that we have with our friends and family is through sharing, whether it be a drink, a laugh, a story, a song, a moment, an experience. And we basically want to take all of this, if you'd imagine taking the spirit of sharing and putting it in a bottle, that's what we're striving to do. So with Covalent Spirits, the idea is not only to kind of add some more life into downtown Westminster. Drew lived in Carroll County for over 25 years, 7 of it we've been here in Westminster. We think there's a lot more that we could add to the Main Street downtown area. But the idea also not only is to kind of craft some unique spirits, embodying the history here in Westminster, but also kind of create an environment where we all come together and share and tie back to the community and have a space where we can bring in local artisans and musicians and have those laughs and have those moments where we really kind of connect and form bonds that we will never, ever forget. And we understand there are 2 other distilleries here in Carroll County, as well as other counties neighboring us. The idea is that we would love to be part of that family and complement the other distilleries in the county and create this nice triangle of distilleries, and to kind of have a draw that will bring in more people into the county and come in, we say, eat, shop, and play. So that is the idea behind Covalent Spirits.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Welcome to the Carroll Biz Challenge. Next
Thank
up,
you.
we're going to hear from Jenna Shriver from Together Studios, LLC. Unmute yourself and tell us what's going on.
Hi, everybody. It's so nice to be with you all this evening. I'm Jenna. I'm born and raised Carroll County, Maryland. I only, kind of like Jeremy, I went away for a little while, but I didn't travel to 32 countries. I just went away for college and came back. And I started my past business here, which was as a photographer. And it was through that journey of being a photographer for 10, 11 years that I saw a great need in other female entrepreneurs in my area for community, for resources at a low price point, because it can be very difficult as a woman who's getting married and growing their family to also manage the overhead of a business 100% herself. And so I created Together Studios, and Together Studios is a female-focused co-working space, studio, and community located in downtown Westminster. We are opening July 1st, and we're having actually our first open house this Saturday if anyone wants to stop by. We're located at 5 South Center Street in downtown Westminster. And I'm just excited to get going, to be able to bring people back together as we're reopening, and to serve female entrepreneurs in our community.
Fantastic, Jenna. Thank you for sharing. Welcome to the Biz Challenge. Next up, we've got someone who I don't believe I'm related to, but her name is Grace Lowe. She is doing Festminster by Lowe Presents, and we would love to hear your idea. Take it away, Grace.
Yes, we are not related as far as I know also, but it's nice to meet you. So my name's Grace Lowe, and I am pitching Lowe Presents, a music festival promoter with the goal of putting on a music festival in Carroll County, currently titled Festminster. So I just graduated from Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts, and among my career goals, having studied music business, is getting into the music festival industry. So I want to put on a weekend music festival in Carroll County, encouraging attendees to camp on festival grounds. This, of course, is provided the COVID circumstance as the situation passes. I want Festminster not only to be great fun for attendees, but also to really involve and promote our local businesses, food and drink services, craftsmen, as well as artists who can provide services such as hair braiding, henna tattoos, face painting, and more. I also realize that agriculture is a huge part of Carroll County's community, so I'd also like to host a farmers market at the music festival. As far as the lineup, I want it to cross genres, and I plan to include at least one commercial headliner for each night of the festival. However, throughout the day, I really would like to include a lot of local artists from Carroll County and the surrounding areas. Having been involved in nearly every facet of the performing arts department at Westminster High School before I graduated in 2017, a lot of the performing arts in our town is all focused on like choir, band, and theater. And I want to also provide and advocate for young and aspiring musicians who have different musical interests from that to be able to be involved with the festival, either performing in their own band with their original music, or interning and volunteering to learn about music production, festival production, event planning, and music business. Again, I'm Grace Lowe with Lowe Presents. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Grace. I feel like there's a lot of great connections that could be made here. There's some overlap with music. There's also some overlap with farming. And next up is Ben from Fiddler's Green Farm. Ben, we want to hear what you got going on.
Hey, thank you, Steve. Hi, everyone. How are you guys doing? I'm Ben. This is my partner, Bryn. And we are kind of heading up the operations here at Fiddler's Green Farm. Fiddler's Green Farm is a farm I grew up on. My story is actually very similar to Jeremy's. We grew up right down the street from each other. What's up, man? And very similar. I moved away for college, spent 9 years in Colorado, and then moved back, went through some 9-to-5 stuff, and decided I wanted to kind of change things up a little bit and move again. So I moved. I was thinking of moving back out west, but if I did so, our farm here probably was eventually just going to stop going on. So, and we never really farmed anything here. We'd always rented fields out to other farmers. We just kind of maintained the land, lived on it, but never really farmed it. And so we decided with the 2018 Farm Bill to grow hemp for CBD purposes. We didn't really know what we were doing when we started. We still don't, but we're figuring it out day to day. And the hemp has kind of just been a launch board into getting some infrastructure on the farm and actually getting things working as a working farm again, and kind of bringing our family together, our friends helping, and it's been pretty neat to see it kind of become the beginnings of a business again, because it had never been. So we are using the CBD. I like to say hemp is our gateway crop. We're now growing rye, which we'll be looking for some distilleries to share with. And we're getting into some other small grains. We just bought a combine the other day. It's like this massive piece of machinery that I don't know how to drive yet, but we'll figure that out. Yeah, anyway, this is really cool to be a part of this. And the ideas already are super interesting. So this is going to be fun.
That's awesome, man. I love it how you're true entrepreneurs, figuring it out as you go along. You have no idea what's going on. Love it. Good luck, guys. Welcome to the Biz Challenge. Next up is Clay Anderson from 1893 Woodcrafts. We want to hear what your idea is. Clay, go.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Clay. My business partner, Drew, is online here as well. We're representing 1893 Woodcrafts. We're a veteran-owned company that we started back in 2018 as a hobby. Drew and I have been woodworking for quite a while and found a new passion with turning pins and other items that we can make on the lathe. We started out by showing our friends and family on Facebook, and to our surprise, the demand became pretty overwhelming. But what makes our products so unique and so in demand is that we source historic wood from all over the world and then turn them into handcrafted pins. So whether it's wood from professional stadiums, like the old Baltimore Memorial Stadium, ships like the USS Constellation in the Inner Harbor, we get wood from popular cinema like TARDIS from the original Doctor Who, Model T Ford spokes, high-end whiskey barrels, even barrels from local vineyards, or even American and world history like the tulip popular from Monticello or Windsor Castle in England. We have it, and the list is expansive and it's growing every day. We operate primarily online, but we also partner with some local businesses, including one downtown Sykesville called Design of Mind, where our products are showcased. Starting this year, we were also accepted as a permanent vendor at the Maryland Renaissance Festival, and we'll be selling our products there at our own booth for hopefully years to come. We're so grateful to be a part of this challenge and look forward to meeting you all in August.
Fantastic, man. That is really, really cool. And it's a little different, but similar to, I don't know if you know this, several years ago, a wood craftsman won the Carroll Biz Challenge. I think he won. I think it was the first time in history that we had the same guy win People's Choice and grand prize. I know he won the grand prize. Ryan Herbsummer from Autumn Summer makes some beautiful stuff. So, man, welcome. Good luck. Maybe you'll join the ranks of other great Biz Challenge winners and woodworkers. So, love to see your stuff, man. Also, thank you. Welcome to the Biz Challenge. Next up, we've got Eric and Tina, and I'm assuming you guys are from Infinite Love. If I'm wrong about that, please correct me. But Eric and Tina, take it away.
That's correct. Hi, welcome to the Infinite Love Project.
Hi, how you doing tonight? The genesis of the Infinite Love Project started when I was about 2 years ago. I would hand out these little hearts to people, and we've handed out 16,000 of these, and people just absolutely love them. They when they see us again, they tell what it's meant to them. They keep it on their nightstand or they keep it in their car, just to bring them some infinite love. And then on January 14th of this year, I read just one too many negative stories, and I started just really primitive "Be Kind" signs, and I started putting up around town. And they've morphed into the crayon, the Be Kind crayon, and we've installed 400 of them, and we've made 700 total. Our collaborators are teachers, musicians, business owners, fitness and yoga teachers, and where we see this going is
we see a great need, especially in the time of COVID, when people are a little more hesitant to leave their house, when they're hesitant to talk to people, not knowing with the climate politically and socially what's going on, that having a little heart in your pocket to give out is a positive icebreaker. It gives you a little bit of confidence to say, I can pay it forward. I can go ahead and do an act of kindness today. And it can be this simple. Just seeing somebody who may feel marginalized or may just need a smile and giving them a heart. Or if you're not feeling like you can connect physically, leaving a heart behind, knowing that someone's going to find it and have a smile. That's the premise of the Infinite Love Project. It's projecting positivity. We're hoping that alongside being known as the East Coast Silicon Valley, that Westminster can be known as the kindest county in the country. It should start here. It should start with us. And it starts with each of us one at a time. At the Infinite Love Project, you can go to the website and get a free starter set of hearts, because the thought process and the impetus to be giving, be kind, pay it forward, it's something you need to practice. And sometimes it just takes having a heart in your pocket to think about, have I been kind? Am I being kind? Everyone gets caught up in their stuff. We're just trying to help everybody pay it forward, building the brand, so that whenever you see a heart, you'll think of just when you see the smiley face, you'll think positive, kind thoughts in building the brand. So we're grateful to be a part of this county. We're grateful that the Chamber of Commerce has put on this fun challenge, and we look forward to meeting you in person. Thank you.
That's awesome, guys. Welcome to the Biz Challenge. I feel like my universe just started to make sense because I see Be Kind all over the place, and here you are at the Carroll Biz Challenge meet and greet. So thank you guys so much for sharing and being here. I'm told that Tavershima from NP Consultant Mobile Primary Care has we've worked out, thanks to CMC, their technical difficulties. So take it away, guys. Tell us what's up.
Hello, hi. Can you hear me now?
We can indeed. We can indeed.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. My name is Tavershima Asom. My wife is not here at the moment. Our name of the business is MP Consultant Mobile Primary Care. My wife and I are family nurse practitioners, and we have been in healthcare for over 16 years now. Traditionally, both of us work in family medicine for over 10 years. And when I was working in Randallstown, we moved from Pennsylvania to Maryland 3 years ago. when I was working in Randallstown, I worked with really underserved population. It's a clinic owned by, it's a federally qualified clinic owned by, to really deliver care to people who doesn't have insurance, foreigners. If you know about Randallstown, Randallstown has a lot of African population in the West, especially West African. Most of those patients have zero insurance at all. They get their primary care at the emergency room, which costs them money, costs everybody's money. So when I was working there, I realized that most of my patients did not have insurance. And it used to take a long time for them to get an appointment in the clinic because it's a federal qualified clinic. So a lot of people come there. It's a lot of wait time. And some of these folks have high blood pressure, diabetes, a lot of complications. So my wife and I said, what can we do to help some of these folks that either can't make it to the appointment or don't have even some time to pay the minimal copay? So we came up with the idea that let's start our own business where we're gonna make home visits for some of those folks. And we started as a very small thing. We have no publication. We were not taking insurance at all. We were just cash based. Sometimes with getting paid $20, $30 for a visit. But it was really impactful. Some of those folks who really couldn't get care and get their blood pressure managed. As we know, blood pressure and diabetes can be controlled very well with medication with little cost at all. But trying to get in the traditional office, it costs a lot of money. So that's where we started. And then we started getting more calls for people who have insurance that, hey, my mom have dementia. It's very difficult to get her to a traditional office. Can you come to the home and see them? And then we got credentialed with all the commercial insurance and we started seeing folks. Our primary mission, our practice is to simplify medical care. As you know, it's very complex trying to go to the office, make an appointment. Even for working people, it takes you minimum 2 hours to try to get an appointment. Go to the appointment, you gotta take time off. Some parents have kids play sports and all of that. So we come over there, we make it very accessible. It's very easy to schedule an appointment with us. We come to your kitchen table and see you at your home or office. If you have a cough, we could see you there where you are. A few weeks ago, my mechanic, I went to do an oil change. He's overweight. And I saw he was, sweaty, working back and forth. And I asked him, when was the last time you had a physical? He said, never. And he has Blue Cross insurance. I came back that evening. After he fixed my car, I came back 5 o'clock, saw the guy in his own mechanic shop, did his complete physical, didn't require anything special, just from a medical bag. He went for blood work. Now he found out he had diabetes and high blood pressure. And he's getting treated effortlessly right at his shop. This is a guy who couldn't have a day off because of his working schedule to go to a traditional office and make an appointment. So our goal is try to reach those folks. I have traveled so much in Hampstead area. We have folks over there that, that live, disabled folks, their family take care of them at home. We go and see them. So our primary mission is to reach people that traditionally either can't make it to a traditional office or have no time they work, and simplify the medicine for them. Is very also affordable. If you don't have an insurance, it's a very small rate. We have contract with, for example, Quest Diagnostics, where they give discount to folks who don't have insurance. So you could get comprehensive blood work for nothing. So that's our primary mission of our MP consultant, is to reach people who traditionally can reach a traditional office and simplify that medical care for them.
That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing, for being here. Welcome to the Carroll Biz Challenge, and good luck. You've got some great stuff going on, man. Can't wait to hear more. We're going to switch over to Liz Clark from Heart Cross Liz. Are you there?
I am here. I am Elizabeth Clark of Heart Cross Liz. It is a nonprofit that I am starting. I have not started yet, but it's an idea where basically we fundraise for other nonprofits. So my background is fundraising. I was cookie mom, PTA president. I've run an 80s dance. I ran the Easter extravaganza for the Journey Church, where 1,000 kids came and hunted for 20,000 Easter eggs. I've run an 80s dance. I've done a lot of fundraising, and I have tons more ideas. It could be as simple as selling a bottle of water on the street corner to a gala. Depending on the nonprofit that needs to raise money, we would tailor the fundraiser to you. And it would also depend on the volunteers. So for example, the Boys and Girls Club of Westminster, I have a friend that works there. If they could get all the kids to volunteer to stuff the Easter eggs, which takes 4,800 man hours, then we could run that Easter egg hunt again. We did it at Freedom Park. We could do anything, a yard sale, a bowling marathon. We could have a no dinner dinner. We could even put on Facebook a GoFundMe page for your nonprofit. So I'm in search of nonprofits that need to make money. I'm in search of people to help me start this nonprofit. And I'm excited to be part of the Biz Challenge. I'm excited to meet everyone, and I thank you for the opportunity. Again, I'm Elizabeth Clark of Heart Cross Liz.
And we are excited to have you, Liz Clark. Welcome to the Biz Challenge.
Thank you.
Up next is Jason Henry from Shamrock LLC. Go.
Hi, everyone. So Shamrock was actually originally founded in South Africa by my father 15 years ago, with the goal of ultimately balancing cleaning surfaces and cleaning things like just day-to-day life, as well as consumer safety and affordability. Then over the years, we kind of came to realize that some critical services like schools or emergency services were paying a lot of money for products to clean things that needed to be cleaned, right? Cleaning down a fire engine, cleaning the floors after the students leave for the day. And the markup on chemical products is quite significant. So our goal is ultimately to manufacture these products, distribute them, and then find ways to help raise awareness with environmental projects, so to speak, and help give back at the same time. An example could be going out to the local fire stations in Carroll County and saying, right, you guys use product X to clean your engines. How about every time you finish that, keep the bottles, I'll reuse them, and the price differential there can be donated back to the fire station. So you can continue to keep the local economy and community driving itself. And thank you guys for the opportunity. We've had a few hurdles, able to manufacture our first couple of batches of products over the weekend, and the labels arrived on Wednesday. So looking to give out some samples and get some feedback.
That's awesome. Thanks, Jason. Good luck. Welcome to the Carroll Biz Challenge. Up next, William Dean from Brew School Tours. Take it away, William.
Hey everybody, how are you? I'm William. You can call me Wayne, and this is my wife Debbie. First off, I wanted to thank Jason Henry. Just your accent alone just made my wife very happy. So it was funny listening to her while you were talking. So, but what we've got here, we've got Brew School Tours. What our concept is with this is to give a spirited educational experience to our tours of breweries, wineries, and distilleries. We figured there's a lot of people out there that do just brewery tours. There's a lot that may just do winery tours or distilleries. Why not give them an option where you can have multiple tours, combo tours? It's endless the amount of different tours that we can have just in Carroll County alone with the different, we've got a single, a double, a triple tour that we can do for different locations. We're looking at themed tours where we can do Halloween, we can do Christmas, we can even do Valentine's Day, or even something as fun as a Star Wars Day tour. Go around to the different locations. We've been trying to meet with different brewers, different wineries and distilleries to get their thoughts on how they got started, because we want to pass that word along. We want people to get onto our tours and get educated on what everyone else has gone through to get to the point where they are now. Everybody has a nice story. They locally. These guys are using local farms, local supplies in the areas. Tell us your stories. We're going to go ahead and put together videos that are going to be shown on the buses. So whatever your tour is on the way to, we're going to have a video that's going to be shown. Instead of somebody just sitting back, relaxing, driving down the road, you're actually going to learn while you're going down the road about where you're going and what you're going to experience. Once this gets going, we really want to start working a lot with the community. We've just been approached recently by George's of York. They're a bed and breakfast in Tawnytown. They love our idea, and they would love to work with us to collaborate to possibly bring some of their guests in on some of our tours. So that's basically our idea. Like I said, we really want to work with the community a lot to try to get the word out about every single one of these locations, what they went through. And it was nice meeting all of you. And I do see a couple of you on there that possibly I may be calling sometime soon. So it was nice meeting everyone.
Welcome to the Biz Challenge.
Thank you.
Let's see. Up next, let's go with Vincent from True Life Comics. Vincent, I think you're still muted.
I'm not. How about that? How's that work?
Perfect. Go for it.
Does that work? All right. Let me first put into the chat box here a URL that everybody can access. That's something that you can all use as a signpost. COVID-19 created my business model. You're looking at True Life Comics right here. The book that came out is called W Fights Coronavirus. I already write stories and publish books. So when COVID-19 hit, I shifted gears and used my marketing and my publishing and my photography skills to create something that would help explain the pandemic to my daughter. And so I named the book after her. She has autism, so it's called Debbie Fights Coronavirus. And the content of the book is what I call edutainment. For those of us who remember Schoolhouse Rock back in the 70s, Conjunction Junction, What's Your Function, all that, right? That never left me. So edutainment basically is what allowed me to create a story that explained how people with autism could cope with the anxiety of the coronavirus. And so we did this through Pathfinders for Autism. It coincided with Autism Awareness Month. We launched it April 1st, and you can see the mushroom cloud from my house. Next thing I know, we wake up, we hit market penetration, critical mass market penetration in May. We're on the front cover of the Carroll County Times, we're in the Baltimore Sun twice. We're on Prince George's County TV. We've got people contacting us from Brazil. The book's now available in Portuguese, Spanish, Japanese. All this basically coming from a storytelling formula that created the multilingual comic to help people around the world. Now, I did all this when, people were in lockdown. It just blew my mind. And then I realized the practical applications that could come from the format that I use, which was the PDF format. It basically allowed me to say that if I could do this for my daughter who has autism, imagine what I could do for nonprofit organizations or for a brewery that wants to show all the different stories behind what kind of process is going to making their products. There's so many applications for this kind of storytelling, in that we're replacing traditional text with edutainment. We're taking the comic book format and social story formats, putting them together, and we're communicating in ways that really haven't been done yet, but to show how this thing can be used for fundraising activities. Let me roll out this now exclusive announcement. The model for using my books for fundraising to help nonprofits is now live. It's now live right now on GoFundMe. If you go into that Google Drive, you'll see a text documents called links. Open that links up. Everything you want to know is in there for all the media assets, the link to the actual GoFundMe campaign, as well as all the press we received. I'm very honored to say that we're able to work in association with Lions Share Marketing and Community Living Incorporated to benefit Community Living's mission and services. People can donate to get a copy of the comic, and a portion of the donation will benefit Community Living. So folks, again, I did all this during lockdown. Imagine what I can do now that I'm out of the house.
Sure.
I'd like to work with all of you. Everybody's got a story to tell, and I hope to talk to you all soon. I really appreciate your time. Thanks.
Thank you. Welcome to the Biz Challenge. Eric from RetroStrap, are you ready?
I am ready. Good evening from Mount Airy, Maryland. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. My name is Eric Wendler, and I'm the founder and creator of RetroStrap, the strap that comes back. So every year, $10 billion worth of briefcases, computer bags, sports bags, and travel bags are sold around the world. And most of them have one common problem with them that I've been fighting with for about 20 plus years. And that's the saggy, old-fashioned shoulder strap that's always in your way and hangs down and gets in the way. So I created RetroStrap to fix all those problems. It's a small, compact shoulder pad that has the shoulder straps built into the pad. And the way it works is it has clips that fit onto almost any bag. You take your old floppy strap off the bag, put RetroStrap on, and the only time it comes out is when you deploy it for use from your shoulder. And it's very simple, very easy to use. And for example, here's a bag that has RetroStrap on it. So if you turn it to the side, you're putting your bag up in the airline bin, it doesn't flop down. If you turn it upside down, it doesn't flop down. And as you can see, when you deploy it, it looks like a standard shoulder strap. And then when you let it go, it comes back to the bag, stays secure. Currently, RetroStrap is, I do have a small licensing deal with a luggage company in New York City who is licensing to put the strap onto one of their new bags. And my main goal with the Carroll Biz Challenge is to find resources to produce the strap for individual sale as an accessory item and make it successful. So look forward to meeting everybody, would love feedback. My website is retrostrap.com. And look forward to interacting, and thanks for the opportunity.
That's fantastic, man. Thank you. Welcome to the Biz Challenge. Good luck.
Thank you.
Now we're going to switch over to Savannah Dawson from Colton and Friends. Let's hear it, Savannah. For some reason, we're not, I know you're unmuted. We're not getting your audio. There we go.
Did that fix the problem?
Gotcha. Welcome.
Yep. Come on. Did that fix the problem?
Yes, we hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good. My microphone's been acting up. My apologies. Wonderful to meet everyone. As Mr. Steve said, my name's Savannah Dawson, and I am the owner and founder of Colton and Friends Innovative Online Education. So during this insane pandemic and all of the lockdowns, especially those of schools, a lot of parents have found that with their early childhood education being moved online, it's fallen short, it's fallen flat. Their children are having trouble focusing, they're having trouble engaging with their school, and it's very, very difficult. And as schools begin to move towards reopening, many parents have moved towards the homeschool community and have stated quite simply, my children are not returning to school. During that void, Colton and Friends seeks to step in and fill the gap. So with me, I actually brought two of my friends. So this is Colton, our flagship, and his best friend, Buddy. Both of these horses are educational plush, which a child can carry with them anywhere they go. In addition, I focus around children's books, such as this one, each one teaching either a school lesson, such as Colton's focus on health, or on a character trait, such as Buddy's focus on courage. Each of these is then backed up with online lessons, discussions, even debates, followed by a song that the children can keep with them. For instance, Colton's at the very end of everything, it would be a lot easier to remember health if instead of simply saying, eat your vegetables, you could say, I love vegetables, because they make me strong. Wouldn't that be a lot catchier? Thank you for your time, and I look forward to meeting everyone.
Awesome. Lovely voice too. We should get together and play some music sometime. Fantastic. Welcome to the Biz Challenge. Good luck to you as well. Let's go over to Steve from Lena Pro. And I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. Am I, Steve?
You are Steve Hallis. It's Lena Pro. Hi, my name is Steve, and I'm here to talk about Lena Pro's contract review software. It's clear that tens of millions of small businesses like yours in the United States do not have access to the law. They frequently sign confidentiality agreements or accept terms and conditions or other contracts, but most can't afford to have a lawyer at $300 an hour spend 2 weeks reviewing every contract. There's no third option, so they wing it. And they're probably agreeing to a lot of things they shouldn't be without even knowing the risk. Well, now there's Lena Pro. Lena Pro's contract review software helps businesses to assess whether contract terms are good or bad, and then automatically improve the bad ones. It combines artificial intelligence and machine learning associated with a contract term analysis with big data in the form of contracts and a hefty dose of legal insight. The result is a tool that enables businesses to assess contract terms and make changes in at least 99.8% less time than an attorney and at least 95% less costs than an attorney. It's available at your fingertips 24/7 and understandable by just about any business person. We're currently beta testing our software on non-disclosure agreements. We'll begin marketing campaign in the next few months and then plan on expanding our capabilities into terms and conditions and purchase agreements. Let me know if you're interested in learning more. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic little pitch. Welcome to the Biz Challenge. So glad you're here. Now we're going to go over to the good folks at notravelbags.com. I think we've got Janet, Jessica, and Ray. Tell us about you. I think you're still.
Okay, this is Ray Gold for notravelbags.com. Oh, you can sit down. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Like that. There you go.
Okay, I'll hold it up.
How you guys doing? With notravelbags.com, God had.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Might be on his end.
Are you hearing us?
We got you.
Okay. So, God had given me this dream about 3.5, 4 years ago for No Travel Bags, just to try to make traveling a lot easier. No bags across the world if it's possible. So hopefully in the next 5 years we can use No Travel Bags for any traveling for No Travel Bags. But we also got the part of this where we have the rentals, and the rentals allow you to take no bags, period. You just rent whatever you need for just carrying your clothing right to your destination, to your hotel, your resort, over to grandmom's house. You can just rent those clothes for whatever you need for the week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever. No Travel Bags makes traveling a lot easier. Jess?
And I believe in this company, and having traveled extensively myself from the Middle East to Europe to the Caribbean and the West Coast of our land, I know personally, being a woman, the burden of luggage, and this is going to make everyone's lives easier, and especially those who are challenged with physical difficulties, like the ones who are in wheelchairs. This is going to aid them. They're going to be able to travel much easier and efficiently. And then also our veterans get served by this. And my dad was a Bronze Star for Valor vet. And then in his later years, things became challenging. So this is a company I believe in, and it's good. And we're going to locate our call center here in Carroll County. And this is going to not only promote job growth, but in the finality, saving people a lot on physical wear and tear.
Oh, yes. Amen.
Fantastic, guys. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm kind of interested. I don't like shopping. I'd like to talk about just running my business all the time and not worrying about traveling. But that's I could probably another business. Thank you guys so much. Welcome to the Carroll Biz Challenge.
Thank you.
We're going to over to Root Cause Therapeutics with Laurel Brennan. What you got going on, Laurel?
Hello. So yes, my name is Laurel Brennan. I'm happy to be here. I was actually here last year, but my pitch is much more clarified now. So I'm the founder and owner of Root Cause Therapeutics. I have many roles in life, including wife and mother, but I'm also an occupational therapist, a functional medicine practitioner, a health coach, and a yoga teacher. But the reason I founded Root Cause Therapeutics is because of the roles of patient and daughter. So back in 2006, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis and decided to address it from the place of why, instead of only looking at the diagnosis. That's the what. So in that search, I learned about something called, epigenetics, which is the impact of the environment on our genes. So last year, my mom died with dementia. And when she was diagnosed 16 years prior, the only treatment was not really treatment at all. So 99.6% of pharmaceutical trials to address dementia and Alzheimer's fail. And the ones that are approved by the FDA are vastly ineffective. But today, after decades of research, we finally understand that with dementia, the why is more important than the what. So why people start to lose cognitive function is different from person to person. So now is the time for individualized medicine. So my job is to use the current science not only to help reverse cognitive decline for someone in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, but to look at their children and grandchildren who now have a family history of Alzheimer's or dementia, to help them make necessary lifestyle change to prevent it from beginning at all. Because brain changes happen 20 years before we see any symptoms. So I've been through it as a daughter, been through it as a patient, and I would like to be there for other people to prevent them from, going through what I had to go through, because now we have the knowledge that we didn't have even 5 years ago. So I look forward to talking with everybody again.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Laurel. Welcome to the Biz Challenge. Dan Dalton from Happy Paul's Luxury Cat Lodging. I'm not a cat lover, but I do love great ideas, so go.
Well, we can work on that, Steve.
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm joined by my wife, Patty. When we've had the occasion where we need to board one of our cats, what we found was our options were severely limited. And actually the only option for boarding our cat was basically a cage at our vet with a lot of dogs barking in the background and around our cat. So we actually researched cat-only boarding facilities. It seems to be more prevalent in the Northwest United States. Actually visited one in Boise, Idaho, and then one in Portland, Oregon, that we then modeled for a business plan that we put together. And then we actually developed Happy Paws Luxury Cat Lodging. We literally just opened. We're actually sitting in our facility here in the Silver Run area. As you'll see behind me, we actually have individual suites. There's no cages, all individual suites. Each cat has at least one or more window in their suite. We're marketing this specifically to give cat owners and pet owners more options. I mean, people who are on vacation and just don't want to leave their cat alone, don't feel comfortable with a pet sitter coming into their house, don't want to obligate their loved ones, which we have done a few times, to take care of their cats. So what we're going to do is fill a niche actually in the cat boarding business, and actually what we're calling lodging, because it's not the typical type of boarding then. So we appreciate the opportunity to present information on Happy Paws, and we look forward to competing in the challenge then too.
That is fantastic. And although I don't necessarily love cats, I would sure love to be a cat.
We love dogs too. We should put that in. We love
okay. I'm in then. I love dogs. Great. Thanks, guys. Good luck. Welcome to Biz Challenge. Jason Hackney from Hackney Haunts, you are up.
Hi, how's everyone doing? So my name is Jason Hackney. I'm the owner of Hackney Haunts. And the first thing I want to say is I'm so excited for this competition. I've been looking forward to it since last October. I'm so glad it's finally here. So I've lived in the area for almost 20 years now. And the way Hackney Haunts started, my wife and I, Sarah, she's working right now, so she couldn't be here. we used to have annual Halloween parties at our house, and we started building home haunts. So we started out in our front yard. We outgrew that. We moved to the backyard. The last year we had our home haunt, we were having between 200 and 300 people show up. It was completely shutting our street down. So it was getting to be a little bit of a problem. So last year, around August, I told my wife, I was like, hey, I think I'm gonna go down to Westminster Mall, see what let's see if I can't even talk. See about renting a space, see what the prices are. She said, go for it. So I go down there, I come home. She said, how'd it go? I said, congratulations, we're business owners now. And we have 6 weeks to build a haunt and get it ready for public opening. So it was a very stressful time. So we threw the haunt together. We pretty much lived here for 6 weeks and we opened in September. I was a little bit worried. I didn't know how everything was going to turn out, but we absolutely killed it. We had over 1,500 people come through our doors. The community just completely embraced us. And we had a great success. We were able to donate $1,000 to the Wounded Warrior Project with our proceeds. And students were able to get scare actor service hours because we were donated to charity. So we were able to help out the community with that. And we've been very active on social media. Even after haunt season was over, we just continue to keep growing. We have over 10,000 followers combined on social media now. So things are just full scale go right now. And we just can't wait. So we're thankful for this competition and we're ready to get rolling.
Fantastic, Jason. Man, thanks. Welcome to the Biz Challenge this year. I was really relieved. I thought you were going to introduce one of those fine people behind you as your business partner or your wife. So I'm glad that neither one of those are true. And in the 2020 Carroll Biz Challenge.
So I'm sorry.
What's that?
So yeah, we're actually in the haunt right now working.
Awesome.
Our theme this year is going to be haunted holidays.
All right.
This is something that has never been done in this area before. Every set, every prop we have is completely homemade. So we're doing stuff that no haunt around here has ever done before. We have state-of-the-art programming boards. And of course, we're always good value. That's one of our key components. We would be family affordable for
this. This is going to be a terrible transition, but if you give someone a heart attack, perhaps Nick Plazio from Alpha First Aid can help. Take it away.
I definitely can. I can help with that and many more things. So yeah, just quick shout out to Jeremy and Ben. We went to school together. So that was a small world. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we're good.
Okay. So yeah, Alpha First Aid is an online store with medical supplies, and I provide free delivery to companies in Carroll County. So you might ask yourself, why do I need medical supplies? Basically, under OSHA, there's a statute called 1910 that says if you have a physical location and at least 2 employees, then you're supposed to have 20 different products that go in a first aid kit for your employees. And that's basically what I would do, is kind of make a monthly service where I can just go every month, check it out for you, and refill it to make sure you're always reducing your liability. But yeah, Alpha First Aid, it was a big inspiration to me, actually. I was in the Marine Corps Reserves back in 2007. And in my platoon, an Alpha was the leader of a group. And I remember one day before I was getting discharged for an injury, I went to my sergeant and I was waiting on paperwork from the medical staff for like 2 months, and they just wouldn't get it to me in time. My sergeant was so mad, he got up, marched out of the building, went all the way down to the hospital, and came back with a paper. So it was great to see that kind of quick response when I needed something. And ever since then, we just call it the Alpha way. Anytime you take care of something instantly. So the idea behind my company is to make it as easy as possible for companies to get first aid products, safety PPE, and my motto is no contracts, no fees, and no problems. Okay. So yeah, if anyone needs some information, I'll put my info in the chat area there. You can follow up with me. But yeah, that's the gist of it. I actually got inspired by it because a farm owner contacted me and he said he wanted to buy $2,000 worth of first aid products for his farm. And the big companies wouldn't sell it to him because he didn't want to do a contract. And I was shocked. I said, during coronavirus, when every company is hurting, they won't sell you $2,000 worth of inventory. And he said no. So I asked him what he wanted. It was simple stuff like an ace bandage, triple antibiotic, burn gel. So I just ordered it all for him, delivered it, and made a nice profit and decided to start a company.
Fantastic, man. Congratulations on that, Nick, and welcome to the 2020 Carroll Biz Challenge. We're coming down to the end here. Want to go over to Julius, Chris, and Tiffany from Dirigible. What do you guys got going on over there? We cannot hear you. You are unmuted. You guys look fantastic, but we can't hear your audio. Any idea what's going on there? I'll tell you what, we'll circle back to you guys. Let's go over to Colin from Friendly Neighborhood Services. Never know what's happening. Go, Colin, you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are all having a great day. And my name is Colin Hartley. I am 18, student at University of Maryland, College Park. As a backup plan, because I'm very passionate about this business. So, great news, your lives just got so much easier. The Friendly Neighbor Services app is that platform where you can request hundreds of essential services, find a local provider within minutes, and have help at your doorstep within an hour. Friendly Neighbor Services works in the same fashion as Uber and Lyft. If you're looking for some extra cash, providing services can get you $20 to $50 an hour, and you can work whenever you want to. Some of the hundreds of services we offer are landscaping, lawn mowing, pet sitting, dog walking, power washing, seasonal help, garden help, cleaning, and many, many more. Or if your weekends are being sucked up by all the chores you wish you didn't have to do yourself, now they don't have to be. Stop thinking about what you can't do and start thinking about what you can do using the Friendly Neighbor Services app. Download the Friendly Neighbor Services app today and get your weekends back. That's how we plan on approaching people like you and me to use the platform, and this is how we make money. Before I tell you our rates, I will inform you to why they are so much more affordable than competitors. Competitor companies, local lawn mowing companies, local power washing companies, etc., have thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in debt for assets like trucks, equipment, and more. Competitors also employ people, which costs money too. Minus advertising, minus advertising, the Friendly Neighbor Services app will have less than $50 a month in expenses, making our profit margins unreal. We will collect a portion of the profits from all tasks completed on our platform, giving our platform limitless potential. All I need now is equity for finishing the app up and being able to afford marketing so I can expand Friendly Neighbor Services nationwide. And I just want to say thank you for your time. And I'm Colin from Friendly Neighbor Services.
Nice job, Colin. Welcome to the Biz Challenge, man.
Thank you so much.
I think last but not least is Dirigible. And if I've missed anyone, would you please pop up a hand, raise your hand in the chat there, and I'll make sure I circle back to you. But I think last but not least is Dirigible. Go.
Yep. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, we can. Good job.
Okay, great. My name is Julius Knapp. I'm the CEO of Dirigible Systems. This is Christopher Nallo, our CTO, and Tiffany Crump, our Director of Operations. As you mentioned at the start, we specialize in fog computing. Fog computing really kind of takes the power of the cloud and brings it down to earth, closer to where the data is being generated and where the people are using it. One of the applications and the problems that this is supposed to solve is, for example, with Internet of Things. I think there's supposed to be 41 billion devices connected to the internet by 2025. And so the question is, how does the cloud handle so much data just being shoveled up to it, from all these devices? And the unfortunate answer that we've found is that it can't. You really need something local. Otherwise, the distance is too far and the latency is too high. It's something that we're all experiencing kind of right now as people kind of like cut in and out briefly. And that's something that we really want to try and address. So we put together our team. Christopher has over 20 years in the IT industry, working for Cisco and SourceFire. I work currently, I work currently for Dirigible, actually full time. But prior to that, I worked for Raytheon on a DoD contract, and that was one of the places I saw this problem firsthand, and one of the areas we hope to address. And Tiffany brings a lot of experience from the healthcare industry, which we also hope to utilize. So, but one of the things we need to do to, support this new paradigm is to grow. And that's one of the things we hope to accomplish here. And we're very thankful to be part of the Carroll Biz Challenge, and to meet each of you in person sometime, hopefully this summer.
Fantastic. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Carroll Biz Challenge, and good luck to you. We do have one more, I think. And again, if I've missed anyone else, please raise your hand. But we're going to go over, I think we're going to try audio only to Patricia Malley from JR Malley Engineering. She's having a little bit of technical difficulties with the video, but take about a minute or a minute and a half if we can hear you, and tell us about JR Malley.
Okay, hold on.
Yep, we hear you.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Hold on just a little bit. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello? Oh,
Yes.
oh, nice. Thank you. Okay, first off, I'd like to say a big thank you to our families, friends, and Carroll Business Competition for believing in us and giving us this opportunity to present. My name is Patricia Malley. I'm the founder and partner of JR Malley Engineering, and Fred, who is one of our team members, is actually with us today as well. The company is named after my son, who was born during Thanksgiving. That's why it stands for JR, which is Junior for John. And Malley is the family partnership that we have, and engineering. We all do engineering as a passion, and we frequently volunteer our services to give back to the community. Talking about giving back, at this time we are actually we're supporting a number of businesses within our hosting servers. On top of that, I also finally lost my job as an IT consultant and engineer because they also lost a big contract with Marriott and also with the health company that they have. So I have the idea that I'd like to pitch is quick hire. As you all know, for any small business to succeed, they need to know people. They need to also develop integrity, value, and also secure relationship with prime companies. In addition, small businesses have to have the expertise or the expertise to do the business or the job. Therefore, we are hoping that we shall be able to resolve the largest and greatest issue that small businesses have encountered and have always complained to Small Business Administration and also with the government, the State Department about. And this is the ability, the quick hire will give them the ability to build relationship with businesses and have the great credits to compete with other large businesses. That way they can fairly receive contracts and or awards with the federal government. So Quick Hire app is actually a highly responsive application that was further re-engineered and designed to mobilize and support small businesses, stay-at-home parents, and students. There's a number of stay-at-home parents because they can't afford daycare, or maybe there's health issues, and all of them they definitely do have the quality to do the job that's needed. And so there's no other app like this out there, and it is our hope that we shall grow nationally with the application. So Quick Hire goals and what makes it unique. You can actually find Quick Hire by going to www.grmallyengineering.biz, or you can download it as an app. So our goals and what makes it unique is that Quick Hire app helps you share tasks and projects among all members. Students will earn transferable credits. Small businesses will establish professional connections that shall allow prime companies and federal agencies to trust and work with them. And the app is also made to increase team building, visibility, reliability, competitiveness, efficiency, growth of each of the members that's within the application. And the app also allows safe and secure environment that utilizes top of the line technology. We are hoping that if we get to win this money, we will use the money to perform robust sales and marketing to get more customers, private contractors, schools, small business, county agencies, GSA federal agencies, and many others to participate and support our members, especially small businesses who have the potentials in our platform. A number of veteran small businesses actually have used it and they love the platform, and they have helped us share the word with many other agencies as well. And we also have emails with GSA, and they like the app, and so we are hoping that they'll be able to get in there. That's the only thing. And so that's one of our biggest challenge, getting them to support all these other small businesses. Another thing is, with the money, we are going to help each member to fairly receive jobs through tasks and simple projects exchange within the platform. You understand that so many times small businesses go and they try getting they try to get contracts, and they call all the contractors to write all these technical, the ones with the technical lingos to write jobs, to write so they can bid and win a job. However, it hasn't been as successful as they need to because the relationship isn't there. Quick hiring
I hate to cut you short, but we got to have a little time for some other folks. It sounds like you have put a ton of thought into this, and I would love to hear the rest of this pitch very, very soon. I think you've mentioned the website. We can certainly check that out. We do have one more applicant to showcase today, and I want to send it over to Sydney Shore. So unmute yourself, Sydney, and tell us what you've got going on. I think you're still muted, Sydney. Maybe Becky, can you unmute her? There we go. Try now.
Hello.
Hello.
I've been here the whole time. I did everything I was supposed to, my camera and everything, and I'm just, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead and take about a minute and tell us about your idea.
My idea is driving Miss Daisy and Mr. Daisy too. Having reached this ripe old age, I realize that there is a need for a concierge service to transport the elderly, the disabled. Not that there are not a lot of services around, but this would be, you would pay a fee and we would be available to you to transport you to shopping, to relatives, to doctors. I'm using my hands while I'm talking. You can't see me. I plan on using retired drivers from the delivery services because they're safe and secure. I plan on getting help to and from the different agencies, veterans, elderly. I just think it's very needed. The buses and all, my competition, they're great, but there are some people that, and I plan on also making available the older people's, if we're more comfortable driving in our own vehicles. So the transporter would either take you in the vehicle they have or use yours. This is being in this particular group. I know this is a very necessary business, a necessary service. It would cost more. It would probably have, it would have a monthly fee or a yearly fee, and then so much a mile when you're transported. But there are people that would rather do that than wait for a bus and get on a bus. Right now, I'm incapacitated myself. I tried everything to get my picture and all on here. I bought a video cam.
Well, Sydney, the good news is we heard everything that you just said, and we're so happy that you are a part of the Carroll Biz Challenge. Welcome to the Biz Challenge and good luck to you. And I believe we've heard from all of the applicants that have been able to make it on the call. And before we wrap up, there are two very important pieces of information, or two real quick segments that we want to throw your way. And I need you just to hear a couple of words from my good friend Richard at CMC, the guys that are making so much of this possible. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Richard, and tell us just a little bit about what you guys do.
Hey, Steve, thanks so much. And thanks, Becky. You did a great job. I think you ought to kick Mike out of the office more often and replace him. You're doing awesome. And thanks to everybody else. Great ideas, et cetera. I'm not going to spend a lot of time other than, if Mike was here, he would say shop local. I'll tell you to watch local. Go to our website, check out stuff, and subscribe to the videos. You'll see these videos that'll be up there. And you can also see prior pitches that have occurred. So you can get an idea of what were those projects, those ideas and concepts that really resonated for folks and the judges. So it's really a great opportunity. We really appreciate the partnership with the chamber, and hope if you haven't that you consider being a member. I just want to say, when the heart's engaged, the story comes down and becomes real. We're all about community, so check us out, get involved, and join us as we have a membership organization for our benefits, providing video production services. And streaming services. So great. Thanks very much, Steve. I'm gonna turn it back to you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks again for everything you guys do for this live stream, as well as the Biz Challenge live event. We're gonna have a few minutes of question and answer. We're gonna hopefully keep that tame and organized. Before that though, let me just refresh and let you know the next steps in the process of the Biz Challenge. I'm going to attempt to share my screen. Looks like, Becky, I need you to grant me permission to do that again, if you don't mind. And there we go. Thank you very much. We're going to go over to here and here. I'm assuming everybody can see that. So here's what's up. Here's the next couple of steps right now. The most important thing that I need you to do is tell everyone that you know about the Carroll Biz Challenge. We were going to have postcards, posters. We're digital on Facebook and email. One of the challenges to this particular format is I can't physically give you all the postcards and the posters right now. So this is how we're going to do that. The Carroll Chamber of Commerce is right on Main Street in Westminster. They're going to have a stack of these. You can come and take as many as you need. Tell everybody you know. They'll be available probably early next week. And we could probably have some digital versions of that as well. But we're on Facebook. We post constantly on Carroll Biz Challenge on Facebook. So make sure you follow that Facebook page, share those events. Tell everyone that you are an applicant in the Carroll Biz Challenge. And we send out emails all the time as well. And if you're on this call, I'm pretty sure you're already getting them. So be sure to forward those as well. Tell everybody about it. Next, very soon, the 5 finalists will be announced. This will take place within the next 10 days. I can't say exactly when that's going to happen, but it's going to be soon. And the way that works is I will personally notify the finalists privately, make sure everything is in order there, and then we'll make public announcements through Facebook and press releases and emails and such. And then last but not least, on August 27th is the live finale. It is my opinion that the Carroll Biz Challenge live finale is the coolest thing that happens in Carroll County every year. I'm a little bit biased, but it's awesome. It's a great evening. It starts at 5 o'clock, which I think is the best happy hour in the county. I'd like someone to refute that, but I'm going to go with it's the best happy hour. Fantastic food and drinks from all over our county. And then the show begins at 6 o'clock when the 5 finalists will pitch their ideas before the live audience and the panel of judges, and someone will walk away with $5,000 cash plus thousands more in valuable prizes and services. And of course, that's when the audience will vote for the People's Choice Award as well. So that is what's up next with the Carroll Biz Challenge. And like I said, if you need some postcards, stop by the chamber office or just email me at steve at 127creative.com. You guys have got my number and my email, and I'm here to help in any way I possibly can. Before we skip out of here, I do want to just open it up for some questions. So here's how I'd like to do this. We'll use the old hand raising technique again. So if you have a question that you would like to ask, would you be so kind to raise your hand in the chat? And I'm looking. Maybe we've done such a great job that no one needs, maybe just everybody needs to use the restroom. I'm not sure what it is. If there are no questions, then we will just wrap this thing up. And I want to say once again, to channel my inner Mike McMullen, you are all winners because of what you've done so far. And I wish you all great luck. Oh, I do have one question from Grace, the Miss Fence-Minster.
Yes.
Go ahead and unmute yourself. And what's your question?
Sure. I was just going to say maybe we could consider doing having a roster of everyone's email or a Facebook group or something like that, so everyone could stay connected and network after this, because I feel like a lot of people could probably collaborate just of who we met today.
That's a great idea. We're going to do that. I don't know if we'll share everybody's email, but I think a Facebook page, perhaps a group or something would be great, especially since you all can't exchange business cards right now and phone numbers. Thank you for that idea. We'll duly noted. We'll get to that. We'll make that happen. Let's go back to who is iPad? I don't remember which one that is. But you guys are up. If your username on Zoom is iPad, ask your question.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
Hi, this is Ray with No Travel Bags. I just want to say thank you guys very much. You guys, I appreciate giving us a chance for this challenge. I know that you guys put a lot of work into this, and I'd just like to say thank you for it all.
Well,
especially Carroll County Community College.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here, man. Savannah.
Thank you. It's awesome that you guys put this on every year.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here. Savannah Dawson, what is your question? We cannot hear you. We see you. You're unmuted. But for some reason, there we go. Gotcha.
Sorry, it's my headphones. That's what's acting up. I wanted to say, first off, I would love to double what Grace said. I'd love to get to know everyone a little bit better through a Facebook group or Instagram or whatever. I will admit I'm not the best at social media, but it's wonderful to definitely talk with everyone. Secondly, thank you so much. And finally, I actually wanted to ask the woodworking group, do you guys sell raw wood? The wood that you have, other than the pens?
So when we purchase our wood from all over the country and overseas, we usually just get just enough to make the item that we need to make. But if you have any ideas, we'd love to talk to you. So please, we'll put our I think we already put our Instagram on the chat, and we'll hook up our email there as well.
Thank you very much.
That's a great question. Liz Clark, your question, please.
I know you can't predict the future, but what do you think the chances are of us meeting in person in August?
Oh, yeah, very good question. I thought about addressing this now. Obviously, we don't know for sure. We're really hoping that restrictions will be lifted at least enough to have perhaps a limited number of people live at the Arts Center. Obviously, we're going to follow whatever protocols are set in place by Governor Hogan. We also will, I can assure you this, the Biz Challenge is going to happen in August, on August 27th.
So we could do it on Zoom if we had to.
There are ways we could go virtual with this.
Well, I have a Venmo account, so you can send me the money.
That's great. Thank you for that. We will definitely keep you all posted if anything needs to change as far as format goes. That's a great question, and we're hoping that everything is going to go as planned, and we're going to stack out the art center as we always do. And
I hope
it's
so.
going to be great.
Great
Somebody's
night.
going to win some money. And it's going to happen. Thanks
I've been
for that.
to every one, and it's a great night. So
Well, thank you. It is fantastic. It's a good time.
it is.
All right. Any other questions? Going once, looking for little blue hands, going twice. And on that note, I want to thank everybody for joining us at the 2020 Biz Challenge Meet and Greet. And I wish you all good luck. If I can help in any way, email me at steve@127creative.com. We're going to figure out a way to connect everybody on Facebook. Have a fantastic evening. Thanks for joining us. And again, thank you, CMC, for all your hard work. Have a great night.
Thank you.